Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, and on today's video we're going to review a fragrance from the house of Perfumehead. I am very excited for this video because this fragrance is sent by the actual brand itself. I mean, it's not an affiliate program. I'm not being paid to speak about this brand or anything nice about them, essentially. But they did send this, very generous on their part. And I have to just show you because they did send the samples, but you really don't get a grasp for the quality and the craftsmanship and the attention to detail that they put into this actual packaging, because we tend to take packaging for granted. I have a couple of other fragrances here that I want to show you that are in the same kind of realm as this brand, price point wise, prestige wise. And I just want to show you, which one is better. And I want to show you that way you can make that decision for yourself. So this is a box that it ships in. It's really nice. It's just a cardboard box. It says Perfumehead. It's a very unique logo. And then in the front, it's going to say born or Los Angeles born. You open this up and instantly you get the little Perfumehead, a black interior. And then inside you get a little message from them as well. And inside you get this very beautifully packaged product. I did do a short on this one showing you how I unboxed it. So it is already unboxed technically. I'm just redoing it for this video. So if we look at the actual tissue paper, it's really, things like this are things we take for granted. There are a lot of details, some drawings, representing the brand, their symbolism. Really kind of cute. You get that little sticker that has their logo on it, and that's a very nice little logo there. It's actually texturized, which is pretty cool. And when you get your actual fragrance out of that packaging, there's another wrapper on it. And this is kind of like a hard paper, and mine's ripped already because, there was a sticker back here holding it into place, but it says Perfumehead, the name of the fragrance, the actual concentration, which all of these are going to be extrait de parfums. And you're also going to get the size of the fragrance on there. So once you open that up, at the top it also says Perfumehead if you're interested. Get another box, and this one's actually just the sleeve itself, and it's very expensive, premium feeling. It says La La Love. It has the name of the brand here, which is Perfumehead. It's kind of cute because on the side it's going to show you the size of the fragrance, which is a 50 ml. On the other side it's going to say Los Angeles or Los Angeles, whatever you want to call it. And then at the back you get all of your information as to where the fragrance is manufactured. This is made in France, just so you're aware. Then you take this off. I'm telling you, like, these are things that not any brand does anymore, really. You get this little box. It's black, it's simple, and then you open this up. Let me get that in frame. Et voila. Sorry, there's actually this little card in here, and it's really cute because it actually talks to you about the inspiration for the actual fragrance itself. This is the actual fragrance bottle, and it feels premium. It feels expensive. It feels like they took their time with this fragrance itself. The label is going to be textured. It's a textured paper label, but it's, very premium feeling, very expensive feeling. The bottle itself is heavy. It is sturdy. It is, very expensive as well. And on the back, you get that P, and it is texturized. It is raised on the glass itself. So nice little attention to detail. You get some information here at the bottom. And the lid itself. I know this looks like it may be plastic online. It's not. I think it feels like a solid glass or a ceramic type of material, and it's very nice, very heavy, very premium. And I just want to show you in comparison to other brands. So when we're talking niche style, more fragrance niche brands, if you will, we have brands like Bond Number 9, which are in the similar price point, and you get this with Bond Number 9. This is the box. It's, just a cardboard box that sits there with some letter here. Nothing super special with this one itself, but if we want to look at the bottle, I know some people throw the box away and don't care about it. This is plastic on their part. The bottle itself is not super premium or heavy or expensive feeling. We have brands like Chanel. Look at this box. It's going to be very light light duty, if you will. I mean, sure, it's recyclable. Maybe it's made out of recycled material, but it's Chanel, you know, and they're charging a premium price point for it. I mean, and the lid itself, look at that. It's another plastic lid. So now that we have packaging aside, I want to talk about this actual fragrance and the actual smell of it. They were kind enough and generous enough to let me pick out of all of their fragrances to see which one I loved and which one I liked. And it was down to two of them. It was down to this one, which was my personal favorite, the one I fell in love with, the one I thought was a true masterpiece and a true beauty of a fragrance. And it was also down to Cosmic Cowboy, which is Chris's personal favorite from the actual collection. I think he fell in love with this brand. And, you know, from the moment he smelled it, he was just hooked and sold on it. And Cosmic Cowboy was his favorite. So both of those were my, you know, top ones whenever picking the actual fragrances. I mean, there's a lot of other beautiful ones in there, but if you're talking about me picking and selecting my absolute favorite, it is probably this one, which is the newest release, coincidentally. And this fragrance was launched in 2024. And the perfumer for this is a female perfumer. Now, the beautiful thing about that is when speaking to the brand themselves, they did this deliberately. They wanted, you know, the vision and the aspect of female perfumers in perfumery because it is a male-dominated industry. It always has been. It still is. I do think we're seeing some diversity come into the actual perfuming industry. But, you know, historically and, you know, for a long time, it has been dominated by males. And this fragrance, like I said, is a beauty, but the vision did come from a female perspective, which is very beautiful. The notes of this fragrance, I just have to say, are exquisite, very expensive, very top shelf, very premium. We open up the fragrance with saffron, which is just, if you don't know what saffron is, do a little research here and there. It's very hard to actually get, or to get real saffron, I should say. A lot of them are counterfeited, and there are lots of counterfeits of saffron out there on the market. But saffron itself is just very expensive to get, and it's very expensive as well in perfume. We also get Cognac, we get Davana, and Nutmeg, and those are all going to be the top opening notes for this fragrance. So you get that very sexy booziness with that Cognac up top, and the Nutmeg also giving you this kind of creaminess up top that kind of fizzles away, kind of, you know, fades into the background, which is very beautiful. In the heart notes, we're going to get black tea as well as frankincense, sandalwood, and vanilla absolute. The vanilla in this fragrance mixed with that sandalwood are extremely creamy, extremely sexy, extremely just what you think of luscious and thick and seductive would smell like. That's what these notes smell like in this fragrance. In the base, we're gonna get amber, musk, Peruvian balsam, smoky notes, and tonka bean. So this fragrance all around is just a very ambery, creamy fragrance with gourmand touches, which it's going to be a little bit sweet, a little bit edible, but at the same time, it's still creamy, sexy, voluptuous, and the scent is just, this fragrance to me is very much in line with a lot of other brands that or a lot of other fragrances that I really, really do love and cherish. For example, it reminds me a little bit in that same territory as Dior's Amber Nuit. But this one takes its own approach because it does that booziness. It does that more like gourmand type of style with the amber. It does play with that beautiful same type of amber that Amber Nuit plays with, but it adds its own touches. It's going to add that liqueur feeling in the background, making this fragrance perfect from day to nighttime. You can wear it for both, you know, a very casual event. You can also wear it for a very dressed up event. Just so you do know, this is an extrait de parfum, so you do have the privilege of being able to spray this fragrance on in the morning and still be wearing it by the nighttime because it's going to wear that long. And trust me, I have tested it. I have tested it in the small vials that they send, and those tend to last, I kid you not, anywhere from 6 to 7 hours, even more depending on the fragrance. For La La Love in particular, I did have it last somewhere around 8 to 9 hours, and I'm not just hyping this, I'm actually being completely honest. It did last quite a long time, and I was shocked and I was surprised and I was, you know, very into it. I love this fragrance. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a fragrance that is slept on. I think it's the new fragrance that will, you know, become very, very popular. Because I am part of Facebook groups, you know, of fragrances and stuff, just to see what's coming out and what's new and what's not, you know, what's popular and what's not and all that stuff. And I have seen on there that there are people quietly speaking about this fragrance, and it made me very happy to hear it because I was like, oh my God, I'm not the only one that is crazy and thinks that this fragrance is beautiful. Like, there are other people out there that are saying, why is no one talking about this scent? Because it is fantastic. It's a perfect unisex fragrance because it's going to wear good for men and women. It does have a feminine touch to it, a feminine energy to the actual fragrance itself, but that does not make you unable to wear it if you are a more masculine energy. It just gives you a little bit more of that tranquility and softness to yourself, if that makes any sense. And I'm a sucker for this fragrance. What can I say? I do think that this is a must get, especially after seeing the actual bottles. I had my reservations without seeing the bottles in person because yes, they're high quality. I think the juice inside of here, speaks volumes on its own. But I was like, what do the bottles look like? In pictures, they don't do it justice. And I think that once you get these in person, you're like, these are very timeless designs, but at the same time, they're very sexy, they're very beautiful, and they really deserve a little bit more of attention. In particular, this one, it's my favorite one out of the entire range, and I think that you should probably try it. Back here, I just have to show you from the actual brand Rose Forever New York. They are a New York-based company. They're a small business. They do something very special to them to make them stay alive forever, and they're actually just very beautiful. They do have a actual sale going on right now. So if you're interested in getting one of these beauties, they do have different sizes, different colors. They let you customize your actual box in your order. Definitely check these out down below in the description. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts on this fragrance are. Have you tried it? Have you not tried it? Have you tried any of the fragrances from this brand at all? Let me know down below. Also, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more fragrance related content. Until next time, take care. Bye.